We all know the struggle. Wanting a phone that doesn't feel like you're lugging around a brick, but still packs a serious punch. Well, I've been on a mission scouring the market, and let me tell you, the compact phone game this year is next level. You want to know which ones are actually worth your cash? I've narrowed it down to the top 5, and trust me, number 3 is so mind-blowing, it'll make you question everything you thought you knew about small phones. And hey, before you ask, yeah, I've got some killer deals waiting for you in the description. For real, these prices are gonna blow your mind. Kicking off our countdown at number 5, we've got the Apple iPhone 15 Pro. Now, don't let its position fool you. This phone is a beast in a petite package. Apple's latest A17 Pro chip is like having a mini supercomputer in your pocket. It's optimized for console-quality games, which means mobile gaming just got a serious upgrade. But let's talk about that build. Apple went all in with titanium, making the iPhone 15 Pro lighter than any other flagship in its class. And that 6.1-inch OLED display? It's super bright, with a peak brightness of 2000 nits. Sunlight? What sunlight? Camera-wise, we're looking at a triple threat. A 48-megapixel primary camera, a 12-megapixel wide, and a 3x telephoto. Plus, there's this thing called a LiDAR scanner that's basically like giving your phone spidey sense for taking photos. Low light? No light? This phone doesn't care. It'll make your Instagram feed look like it was shot by a pro. Now, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. If you're coming from Android, iOS might feel a bit restrictive. And let's be real, this phone isn't exactly budget-friendly. But hey, quality comes at a price, right? Speaking of price, for the best deals on the iPhone 15 Pro, make sure to check out those links in the description. Moving up to number 4, we've got the Motorola Razer Plus 2024. Remember when flip phones were cool? Well, they're back, and they're smarter than ever. The Razer Plus is rocking a 4-inch edge-to-edge cover display. That's right, you can check your notifications, emails, and even use apps without even opening the phone. It's like a phone and a smartwatch had a baby. And when you do flip it open, bam! You're greeted with a gorgeous 6.9-inch POLED display with a 165Hz refresh rate. Scrolling has never been smoother. Under the hood, Motorola's packed in the latest Snapdragon 8's Gen 3 chipset, 12GB of RAM, and 256GB of storage. This phone isn't just pretty, it's got the brains to back it up. And let's talk about cameras. The new 50-megapixel primary and 50-megapixel telephoto with 2x optical zoom are ready to capture your best moments in stunning detail. Battery life? No worries there. The 4000 mAh battery will keep you flipping all day long. And when you do need to juice up, the 45-watt wired charging has got your back. Now, here's the kicker. All this innovation comes at the same price as last year's model. That's right, Motorola's giving you more bang for your buck. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Coming in at number 3, we've got the Samsung Galaxy S24. This phone is super versatile. It does everything, and it does it well. First off, let's talk about that display. Samsung's taken their already impressive screen and cranked it up to 11. We're talking about brightness levels that'll make you reach for your sunglasses. And with a 120Hz refresh rate, everything from scrolling through your social media to playing the latest mobile games feels buttery smooth. But the real star of the show? That Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip. This thing is so efficient, it's like it runs on magical unicorn dust. Combined with a beefier battery, you're looking at a phone that'll keep going long after you've called it quits for the day. Now let's address the elephant in the room. The cameras. Yes, Samsung's had some quirks with their image processing in the past, but they have been listening to feedback and the S24's cameras are better than ever. Are they perfect? No, but for most people, they're more than good enough to capture those Insta-worthy moments. One thing that might slow you down, though, is the charging speed. At 25 watts, it's not exactly setting any records, but hey, with battery life this good, you might not even notice. Here's the real kicker though. Samsung's promising 7 years of Android updates. 7! That's longer than some people keep their cars. It's like Samsung saying, go ahead, try to outlast this phone. We dare you. Alright, we're in the home stretch now. Coming in at number 2, we've got the Google Pixel 8. Let's start with the brain of this operation, the Tensor G3 chip. This isn't just a processor, it's like having a tiny AI assistant living in your phone. It powers features that'll make you feel like you're living in the future. Want to edit that photobomber out of your perfect beach shot? Done. Want to move your best friend closer to you in a group photo? Easy peasy. It's like having Photoshop in your pocket, but easier to use and way less expensive. And speaking of photos, the Pixel 8's camera game is strong, really strong. It might not have the most impressive hardware on paper, but Google's computational photography is like magic. Night shots, portraits, action shots, this phone handles it all with ease. But here's where Google really flexes: software support. They're promising a mind-blowing 7 years of OS updates. That's right, this phone will still be getting the latest Android features when the iPhone 20 Pro Max Ultra Mega is coming out. Now, it's not all roses. The charging speed is, well, let's just say it's not winning any races. And if you're coming from a larger phone, the Pixel 8 might feel a bit cramped at first, but trust me, your pockets will thank you. Before we move on to our top pick, let me remind you, those killer deals I mentioned, they're still waiting for you in the description. Don't miss out. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The number 1 spot on our list of the best compact phones for 2025 goes to the Google Pixel 8a. Now, some of you might be thinking, wait, what? How can a mid-range phone beat out all those flagships? Well, hear me out because I'm about to blow your mind. First off, let's talk about the heart of this beast, the Tensor G3 chip. Yep, that's the same chip you'll find in the Pixel 8. Google's not holding back here. This means you're getting all those AI-powered features that make the Pixel line so special. Magic Eraser, automatic call screening, real-time translation, it's all there. But here's where it gets really interesting. Google's promising 7 years of software updates for the 8A too. 7 years, that's unheard of for a mid-range phone. Now let's talk about the camera. It might not have all the bells and whistles of its more expensive siblings, but don't let that fool you. This camera can still take photos that'll make your Instagram followers think you've hired a professional photographer. And with Google's computational photography magic, even your not-so-great shots can be turned into social media gold. The 6.1-inch screen hits that sweet spot between big enough to enjoy content and small enough to use one-handed. And with a 120Hz refresh rate, everything feels smooth as butter. But here's the kicker. All of this comes at a really affordable price. It's like getting a slice of flagship pie without paying the whole pie price. Now, it's not all perfect. The battery life is, well, let's just say it's not breaking any records. And the 18-watt charging speed feels a bit like 2020. But hey, for everything else you're getting, these are compromises many people will be happy to make. And there you have it, our top 5 compact phones this year. Remember, for more information and updated prices, check the links in the description box below. And hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.